classic game room, then more classic game room.
Welcome back to part 2 of the Classic Game Room review of Gran Turismo 7, where I'll be taking a look at my vehicles today and car collecting and modifying, and how that makes Gran Turismo 7 a lot of fun. When you start out in GT7 collecting vehicles, I think it's important that you set a goal for yourself. Like, what are you really trying to do? Just win races, or, more importantly, win races with style. That's right. What's the point of owning a vehicle if Crockett and Tubbs wouldn't drive it? If it's good enough for Miami Vice, it's good enough for you. There's no point in owning a car that can't liberate half of the wine from Robin Masters' estate. And, most importantly, outrun those damned dogs. This is a game for those of you who love cars, and I was kind of into classic cars there for a while, like real ones, but let me tell you what the problem with real cars is. They're always broken. And unless you're like really good at fixing them, they cost a fortune. So that's where video game cars come out ahead, because they don't break, and if they do, you can just delete it, earn some credits, and buy another one. Also, you don't have to pay for insurance. That's very important. Look at the attention to detail here. The cockpits are great. And I really love the track selection in GT7. Yeah, I'd love to see them bring back some of the other tracks. Like, what's the one with the twisty corkscrew thing in the middle? That was fun. And then there was that one where you're driving on the road in space that looks like a giant rainbow. Can't get enough of that. Wait, oh, that's a different game. Never mind, strike that one. My point here, though silly as it may be, is that there's plenty of tracks to keep you occupied and more than enough vehicles. And unlike a lot of driving games, they all feel a little bit different. I don't have a wheel setup for this one, but even with the PlayStation 5 controller, I can totally tell that the Datsun Z has a different feel than the 1,000 horsepower electric Jaguar from the future. And there's a lot more subtlety in between, of course. Sound design deserves an award, it's amazing. And the classic replay function is back, so you can enjoy the aesthetic beauty of your vehicles as you win and or lose races. It's Gran Turismo. You know, I really can't comment on the online multiplayer stuff. I'm not into that, and the constant internet connectivity is super annoying. It's annoying in all games, but until we all get back into the Sega Genesis mentality, where you just buy a game and plug it into your Genesis and rock the world with blast processing, that's always going to be a problem. So I think I can speak for everyone when I say that I'm looking forward to playing Gran Turismo 8 on Sega's CD. It's already got that Jaguar game, how much of a stretch can it be? One of the cool features I'm not sure that they promote a whole lot is that you can tailor your own races. So let's say you're really into the Ferrari F40 or something. And why wouldn't you be? Because it's great. Brings me back to the days of Test Drive 2, the Duel. Well, there may not be enough built-in races in the game like the championship races to keep you satisfied, so you can just design your own races and choose which vehicles that you'd like to drive against. I think that's a really nice feature. You can go in there and you can pick a whole bunch of different Ferraris or Lamborghinis, or if you suck at driving, maybe a whole bunch of Volkswagen Beetles. I'm so old that I remember when literally every other car on the road in 1980 was a Volkswagen Beetle. So games of Punch Buggy were great. They hurt a lot. There's one, ow! There's one, ow! There's one, ow! Wait, no, that's a Le Car. They said Le Car on the side. Do they have one of those in this game? Really doesn't get much better than a Le Car or a wood-grained AMC Eagle with guns. Oh, speaking of guns, let's talk about modding your cars. Sadly, there's no weapons, there's no spy hunter gadgets. You can't even equip guided missiles or an ejector seat. James Bond would be so upset. But what you can do is install a tow hook. Now, they call it a tow hook. You know what I call it? A battering ram. His car is yellow like Bumblebee. He deserves it. So check it out. You can sell your cars now. I don't really like this electric Jaguar all that much. It looks nice, but there's not that many races you can use it in. So I'm going to sell that and spend the money instead on a giant muffler for my new Silvia. Because we're going to take a trip here to the pretentious douche cafe for one of these country club races or whatever I'm not sure what's going on with this. The developers must have a thing for high society. I want to go to a bar where there's cold beer and White Zombie on the stereo. They seem more into cappuccino and piano music, which is stupid, so I'll just ignore that. But I do like the racing. And I'm going to win this Silvia race by putting on new wheels, a giant wing. I'm going to give it a cool paint job. And, of course, a gigantic muffler and a new filter. And I'm going to tune my car, or modify it, or whatever the hell you call it. I'm going to make it faster. And I'm going to win. I'm also going to put a roll cage in there. And I'm going to install new lights. If I can't see, I can't win. And I can't blind my opponents and sear their retinas. That'll teach them a lesson. High beams all the time. Where was I? Oh yeah, the car was kind of fast, but I still have to tweak the numbers a little bit. I don't actually know what I'm doing, but I play with the numbers until it works. I've been doing this since day one, 25 years ago. And eventually the car gets faster, and next race is Deep Forest. Obviously I win Deep Forest. I can do that with my eyes shut. Kick ass in the next race, and I win the Silvia menu book thing. So you see, in Gran Turismo, it's not just about racing with the fastest car, it's also about making slow cars even faster and putting on great headlights. Admire these headlights. Look at that. It's like daytime. If they can give me such good headlights, why can't they give me lasers? I met the requirements in the menu book! Hooray! Luca has a present for me. I like presents. What's my present? It's a cup of coffee in a douchey restaurant! Wow! Screw you, Luca! What's it take to get thrown out of the cafe in this game? Can I back a car through it? Can I burn it to the ground? As good as GT7 is on the whole, there's not a single human being playing this game who's like, wow, I really like the inclusion of a cafe. Just give me an El Camino or at least a tank to drive through the cafe. That's all I ask.